For ages, humans and orcs have been at war. Durotan is the chieftain of his Frostwolf orc clan, and he wants to escape the life of war as he and his wife Draka are expecting their first child. The orc clans come together as the Horde. Their land, Draenor, is on the brink of doom, so the sinister orc warlock Golden plans to guide the Horde into the land of Azeroth. Golden uses a dark form of magic called Fel, which is created from death. He has captured dozens of Draenor prisoners in cages and brings them to the gate. The half-human half-orc Garona is chained up and walks past some prisoners who beg her to free them, although it is beyond her control. After draining the Draenor of their life force, Golden opens the portal to Azeroth. The orcs charge and storm through the gate. Durotan and his wife, who conceals her pregnant belly, also goes through the gate. Once they arrive, Draka experiences pain due to her pregnancy. The other orcs discover she is with child and scold Durotan for allowing her to come through in her state. At the moment, she starts to give birth in front of the other orcs. Golden lends his hand, and Draka gives birth to a stillborn orc boy. Golden takes the life force of a nearby deer to give the boy life. He presents Durotan's son to the Horde as a new warrior. In Ironforge, Commander Anduin Lothar is meeting with King Magni Bronzebeard, who presents Lothar with a boomstick. Lothar is then summoned to the Kingdom of Stormwind after a garrison has been attacked. Lothar goes to Stormwind and meets a mage named Khadgar, who was caught inspecting the bodies of the attacked men. They find one man's body, which spews green smoke from the mouth, meaning he was killed with fell magic. Lothar and Khadgar meet with King Lanairin. Khadgar explained to the king what is coming and advised him to engage the Guardian as soon as possible. The king then sent Lothar to meet with the Guardian Medivh Karajan, and he goes with Khadgar riding on Animalback. They arrive at Karajan and find Medivh sculpting a giant golem out of clay. As Lothar explains the situation to Medivh, Khadgar walks through Medivh's library and sees a dark, shadowy figure lurking. The power of the figure draws Khadgar toward a certain book. As he goes to pick it up, Medivh shows up and pins Khadgar against the wall with his magic before dropping him. The three of them, with the magic of Medivh, teleport to the king's palace. He leads them to a room and they strategize their next move. They then go with a scouting team into the forest to investigate the fell magic. When they are deep in the forest, they are ambushed by a group of orcs who were hiding nearby. The giants proceed to pound the humans, though Lothar is able to slay a good few. One of the orcs, who goes by the name Blackhand, goes to attack Lothar, but Lothar shoots off Blackhand's hand with his boomstick. Medivh casts a spell that kills the green-skinned orcs, but does nothing to Durotan, his friend Orgrim Doomhammer, or the war-mongering Blackhand. The surviving orcs escape on the animals. Durotan, riding a horse, passed by Garona, still in chains. He swings an axe to break her chain and free her. She then runs through the forest, and Khadgar holds her down with his magic after she tried to attack him. Lothar and the others go after the giants to at least catch one as a prisoner. The giants attacked and killed some of his guys, but he is able to capture one. They put the captured prisoners in a cage to take them to the castle. The other prisoner tries to attack Garona, but Lothar kills him. Garona is brought to Lan's castle. She explains that her homeworld doesn't exist on the map of Azeroth, and that the orc army is coming to this world. She also revealed that the orcs use captured prisoners to fed the gate so that it will remain open for their passage. She is then kept in a cell, but is given food and comfort by Lane's wife, who is also Lothar's sister, Queen Taria. Garona considers killing Taria to bring honor among the orcs, but Taria says there would be no honor among her people. Blackhand stands before Gul'dan, who criticizes him running from the humans and allowing his men to die, saying he is weak. Gul'dan attempts to sentence Blackhand to death, but Durotan intervenes, explaining to Gul'dan that Medivh was controlling the Fel against them, despite Gul'dan claiming only he can control the Fel. Durotan and Orgrim sit together and observe the orc camps. Durotan feels that Gul'dan's magic is what brought forth the decay of Draenor, and if he continues, Azeroth will suffer the same fate. Durotan wants Gul'dan to be stopped, but Orgrim feels they must maintain a loyalty to their people. Lane frees Garona on the condition that she be loyal to Stormwind. She leads them to the camp of the orcs. She meets Durotan there, and he requested to meet the humans to negotiate a truce in order to kill Gul'dan. She meets the king and inform him about Durotan's request. Lothar is skeptical that it might be a trap, but the king agrees to meet him. Before they go, Taria gives Garona a small dagger to defend herself. Lan, Lothar, and others under Lane's command, including Lothar's son Callan, goes to meet Durotan and his Frostwolf clan to negotiate a truce in order to kill Gul'dan, as indicated earlier. Durotan comes forward to speak, with Garona translating for Lan and Lothar. They are not done with the negotiation when they are ambushed by green orcs that are loyal to Gul'dan, along with Blackhand and his cronies. The evil orcs battle the humans, along with Durotan and his clan. The humans were able to take down some of the orcs, but they were outnumbered. Medivh creates a barrier between the humans and orcs, but Lothar's son Callan is, as well as some of the fighters, are left outside. Lothar is unable to go through the barrier or pull Callan in. Blackhand, with a new claw hand, impales Callan and tosses his body toward his father. They later found Medivh weakened after the magic. He is brought back to his home and placed into his mana pool. Khadgar sees Medivh's eyes glow green, indicating he's been infected with the fell magic. Medivh wakes up and sees Garona by his side. He casts his magic, gives her a gift in a form of flowers, and teleports Garona back to Stormwind. Garona finds Lothar in a room, drunken and mourning Callan's death. She goes to his side to comfort him and apologizes to him for what has happened. Lothar says he no longer trusts Medivh. Orgrim speaks to Gul'dan, who knows that Durotan has decided to side against the Horde, leading to his imprisonment while Blackhand takes out the Frostwolf clan. Gul'dan offers Orgrim a chance to take in the fell magic to become a stronger orc. Khadgar rides a Gryphon above the clouds to the city of Dalaran. He meets with the other Elder Mages, all of whom are displeased with Khadgar for leaving them ages ago. He explains to the mages that the fell magic is spreading through Azeroth, and that Medivh is corrupted. Khadgar is brought to meet Elodie, an older guardian and the shadowy figure he met at Medivh's library some time ago. She intentionally sought out Khadgar to summon him. Elodie says that Medivh has been fighting a demonic entity for a while, and he has since given into it, allowing himself to be corrupted by the fell. Khadgar is then asked to help save the world. Medivh is helped into his pool by Moros. The pool, which used to be blue in color, glows green with the power of the fell. Medivh absorbs Moro's life force, and he starts mutating into an orc-like creature. Lane holds a meeting to unite others as part of the Alliance to fight against the Horde. Lothar isn't fond of the plan, and instead thinks they should destroy the portal to prevent more orcs from invading Azeroth. Medivh teleports to the meeting, getting under Lothar's skin when he mentions Callan. Lane has Lothar put in a cell for him to calm down. Orgrim realizes his error and secretly frees Draka and their child, whom Durotan had named Goel. Orgrim then goes to free Durotan. While he is angry at his friend, Durotan forgives him after learning that he let Draka and Goel escape. Lan and his men head out into battle. Khadgar returns and frees Lothar from his cell after turning a guard into a sheep. Khadgar then starts to use his magic to figure out a way to fight Medivh. Draka takes Goel to a riverside. She places him in the river so he can be safe from his people, but she is spotted by one of the orcs who tried to attack her. She managed to defeat him by ripping his throat with teeth, but Draka died as a result. Durotan, after being freed from the cage, challenges Gul'dan to a combat in front of the rest of the Horde. The two of them battle, with Durotan appearing to overpower Gul'dan, until the Warlock uses his magic to drain Durotan of his life force, to the outrage of the other orcs. Gul'dan eventually kills Durotan, causing the other orcs to turn away from him. Gul'dan kills the green orcs that walk away, forcing the others to stay by his side. He then awaits for Medivh to start opening the portal, while Gul'dan uses the life force of other prisoners to keep it going. Lane and his army, now joined by Garona, begin to fight the orcs as they start invading. Meanwhile, Lothar and Khadgar try to fight Medivh, but he brings his clay golem to life, leading it to attack the two. Lothar manages to decapitate the golem, but its body is still conscious. Khadgar casts a spell to bring the golem down on top of Medivh as it turns to stone. Khadgar exorcises the demon from Medivh, bringing him back to normal, but he lays dying beneath the golem. Lothar then rides his Gryphon toward the battlefield to try and save the king. Medivh, with his last breaths, switches the portal from Azeroth to Stormwind, letting some of the prisoners free, but closes after Medivh died. Realizing they will most likely not win, Lane tells Garona to kill him so that there may be a chance for peace between the orcs and humans. It would also allow her to bring honor to herself among the Horde. With total reluctance, Garona plunges her dagger into Lane's neck before Blackhand can strike. The orcs cheer on Garona and carry her toward Gul'dan, who welcomes her into the Horde. Lothar shows up and sees Lane dead, with Garona's dagger still in his neck. He tries to take Lane's body, but the orcs pull the griffin down as he tries to leave. Lothar is then forced into combat against Blackhand, now more powerful with fell magic. With 2 swift moves, Lothar impales Blackhand in retribution for Callan's death. Lothar earns the respect of the orcs, but Gul'dan wants them to kill him. He attempts to do it himself, but Garona urges him to stand down, or else he will be forced to fight the other orcs. Lothar is then left to take Lane's body away. Lothar is left by himself in his room until Khadgar comes in. He finds Garona's dagger that Lothar took out of Lane's neck, leaving Lothar to believe that Garona intentionally deceived Lane. A funeral is held for Lane before the whole kingdom. Taria eulogizes her husband and has Lothar stand in front of everyone, as he is now set to lead the alliance. Everyone rallies behind him. The last scene shows Goel still floating down the river. The basket finally stops at the riverbank, and a man picks up Goel's basket, and the baby growls at him.